right? Caulking gun. That's my favorite thing at 16.
Please direct me to the caulking aisle.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's
welcome to
down-
episode 331 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast.
Almost.
My name is Brad Odell. With me, as always, these two idiots. Actually, well, Tom's always with me. Zach seems to, he just showed up.
He just kind of fucking moved in. He's like that asshole on the couch. Do we make him pay rent?
He's like,
No.
he's like your buddy who was couch surfing. He just needed a place to stay for a couple of days, and then it's June. Like,
Bro, I'll chip in on the pizza. Just let me get my wallet. It's at my friend's house.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get it afterwards.
Yeah.
Marky Mayer's in the chat. Brandon Melvin's out there. I saw Brittany and I saw somebody else, but I forgot the name. And the chat crashed on me,
Where
so
is
I
the
lost
chat?
your name. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Excuse me. I'm very wheezy today. I'm actually going to go see a doctor tomorrow because I can't catch my breath. So
That is unfortunate. That is not
Uh-oh.
cool.
yeah, I think it's a severe allergy attack is what it is, and it's been going on 12 hours. Oh,
that's-
Will Lewis. That was the other one in the chat. What's happening, buddy? Loving Will's little TikToks there. I forget. Will, post your TikTok thing up on the chat because you're fucking killing it, bud. One of them went viral.
Oh my
Not the one I thought would
God.
go viral, but one of them went viral. It was pretty funny.
all up in the Tic Tacs.
Marky Maris is adding new characters, switching time slots. It sounds like the network is planning to cancel. Listen here.
Listen, Fox is not paying us any money.
Yeah,
Netflix
don't-
doesn't give us any money.
we don't make enough money to be.
You don't make
canceled.
any money. You have to first make money in order to get canceled. Stop trying to light a joint, you fucking pothead. No. You stay there. You're bad.
We don't make enough money to even to get canceled. That's not gonna happen.
To get demonetized. YouTube's just like,
They're-
give them money, I guess. No.
We're gonna get monetized.
We could take it away
that
from
they
them,
can
but it's
take
only
it away
7
from us.
cents.
like they're gonna gift it to us just so they can take it away. That's what's
Here's
gonna
a
happen.
dime. There's the 10 cents. Fuck.
So
Still recording video at high quality. What the fuck? Where did Mr. Zach go? His internet is weak.
what? No, your internet is weak. He's fine on my
Really?
end.
Oh, hang
No,
on.
you're fine, bud. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Don't worry. They're all still
Oh.
recording at high quality. This fancy new technology. Yeah, my internet's probably weak.
AJ Corbett's in the chat. What's happening, bud? Okay, let's do this. Let's get this out of the way. We got the PB swag bag for June to talk about. Let me get all the crinkly paper out of the way. This one was another one of those like quality over quantity ones. So big shout out to PB Swag Bag. If you want to head over to their site, it's just pbswagbag.com. If you use the code MPP10, score yourself 10% off your first bag. Try it out. If you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. There is zero obligation. That's interesting.
I still can't see Zach, and I can just hear him breathing, and it's making me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
You sure that's not me just wheezing into the microphone?
Yeah, I don't breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one was all virtue. All virtue. It's all virtue. So we got the virtue.
cool.
We got the I forget what they call this thing. I call it a tank cover. They actually have a name for it. The tank cover, but I thought it was like a knuckle or something. Anyways, the virtue tank cover. It's classy. It's classic. It can go on
Butt
something.
stop or butt stock or butt cover? Butt
Butt
cover.
Butt cover.
An album cover. It's an anal bum cover.
It's an anal bum cover.
Oh.
So the
that's fancy.
this wraps onto your tank, gives you some traction. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. I mean, the design's not bad,
It's an older meme, but it checks out.
and the can't get enough of these because I'm constantly being asked for them, or I'm constantly asking for them because I keep forgetting. These barrel covers, man, these things are great. This one's from Bunker King,
Yeah.
so Virtue makes all the Bunker King stuff. So this is Bunker King's design, I guess, but Virtue made it. So there's a little Bunker King's like logo imprinted on it, but it says Virtue all over it in big red letters. But anyways, quality stuff. Tank sock, yeah, let's call it a tank sock from now on. It's
Tank
technically a
sock?
tank cover. But this was the
I
kind
like
of like
tank
the
sock.
piece de resistance that I thought was pretty dope. Is I always love when paintball companies do like real world stuff. It's a Virtue water bottle.
It's a water pod.
It's a water pod. That's funny.
Yeah,
It's-
marketing, you guys can just have that one.
Right? So it's got the straw in it. Smells like chemicals because it hasn't been cleaned yet.
BPAs.
BPA. But yeah, it's just those 3 items, and I mean a buttload of stickers. So we got we got bottle, excuse me, tank cover, and Virtue. Marky's getting spicy in the comments.
Oh, I know, eh? He's just getting all chirpy.
I can't even see the comments.
So that's
I'm not sure. Are you coming to PRZ, Marky? Just I want to know if I need to be prepared. My anal bum cover, because you're making me nervous, Marky. I'm not gonna lie, bud.
ow, don't make me laugh.
Not as nervous as I make some other people, but
So these 3 items were in the PB swag bag. Like I said, it's a quality over quantity things. These are all very usable items that I think are fantastic additions to any gear kit. I mean, really, like if you've played with a carbon fiber tank, you know how slippery those bastards can get. So this thing is great. And then the barrel cover, of course. Everyone needs these things. So these 2, fantastic. Water bottles, great. I'm thinking we might just give this stuff away. Not the water bottle. I want the water bottle.
not to Marky.
No, to hell with Marky.
I give him shit. Nothing for you.
So we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll give that away on the next episode. But we'll figure that one out. So again, check out pbswagbag.com and subscribe. They send you cool stuff once a month in a bright blue bag. Actually, this week it was gray. But it's usually...
That's anticlimactic.
Yeah, a little bit, right? But usually it's a bright blue bag. So when you open up the mailbox, you're like, oh, there it is. And it's usually got some pretty cool stuff in it. It's got some fun stuff in it. And yeah, go check them out because they support the show. So you should support them. Greg Bailey's there. He says,
Hey,
what's
oh,
ooh?
hey, Greg.
What's ooh, boys?
So-
We're hanging out. We're hanging out. So here's the thing, though. I haven't stopped all week. Tom hasn't stopped all week. Zach doesn't do anything to start with. So we've got no real topic for tonight. So we figured we'd just go live and just fucking send it and see what happens. Do you guys want to talk PRZ? That's coming up in like
I'm
3
I'm giddy excited for that. 3 weeks.
Should we just try and see if we can scare Tom?
Dude. I'm gonna
Oh,
just
Marky
toddle
wants-
around there.
Marky wants to talk LV2.
I know you love us, Marky.
So the LV2.
Oh, LV2. Okay, okay. Let's all stroke ourselves to the LV2. I'm just gonna sit here and have a session.
Quite frankly, I preferred the water level more than the second level.
The what?
Wait, what
The
are you guys
water
talking about?
I love it. The LV2. Okay, here's the thing. I mean, it's a good marker. Don't get me wrong. It's a good marker. It looks. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tested it. It looks good. It's probably good. But frankly, I don't care. It wasn't. It's not revolution. There's nothing like super cool about it. It looks like the 1.6, but different.
What's different?
The body's
Like,
a slightly
the
different shape.
streamlining is a
yeah,
little
like a little
different.
bit. Like that's about it. And I was like, it's just not enough for me. Not enough for me. No AT pipe. Yeah. Okay. Great. Again, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the fact that every time I turn around, there's a Planet Eclipse gun being thrown in my face, and being told it's the best thing ever. That I'm now I'm becoming jaded.
Come on. The MG/EMF is pretty. Like,
Yeah, that's great.
nobody
but I am-
wanted it, and then now everybody loves it.
Yeah, that's how it always works. It doesn't matter what gets
Yeah.
released. Everybody hates it at first, and then everyone loves it. And then it becomes the ultimate gun that everybody needs to buy. Because if anybody asks on the forums, hey, what? I'm new to paintball. What should I buy? MG100. You know what it was last year?
Mm-hmm.
T15. You know what the year before that was? M17. Like, it just rolls. I don't know. I'm just bored of Planet Eclipse. I'm so tired of them. I'm
Well,
never going to get
I'm
sponsored.
going to
by them.
counter that and say that nobody ever said that the T15s or the M17s were the greatest thing ever. They were, like, they're prone to all kinds of
No,
their
they
own
had
little
fanboys, is what I'm
quirks.
saying. So
Yes,
Marky's
throwing
going through
shade.
it.
All right.
So air hose
I'm
tech,
not
no
throwing
wires
shade.
leading to the frame.
Please
New
do.
solenoid
love
reactive timing, larger chamber volume. Shall I go on? You underestimate how much tech PE takes and the detail. No wires leading to the frame. Okay, so it's all contacts. Great. My Mini uses contacts. I don't know what I'm getting there. New solenoid reactive timing. Great. So they programmed the board a little bit differently to react for the solenoid. Like, again, I'm not seeing anything crazy revolutionary. It's still just going to shoot a ball at 280 FPS.
Right. It's like stock car racing, except this stock car is slightly newer.
Right. Larger chamber volume.
It doesn't matter.
It's still the same PSI.
Yeah. What difference does a larger chamber matter?
I think we
in-
triggered
in
Marky.
The grand scheme.
Marky's like, is
Marky from marketing here.
Marky's gonna shank us
right?
with like a sharpened fucking LV2.
And you're not even gonna see it coming. 'Cause we don't
It's
know what he
softer
looks
on
like.
paint. But yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
okay,
Okay. Sure.
sure, great, awesome, that's cool. But did it need to be? Was like
I
was
don't know.
the
Everything's
L-
squishy.
was the LV 1.6 like was it a sledgehammer? Did it or
Well,
is
you
it
haven't
just,
held it. You
or-
see, it's actually entirely made of Nerf.
but I just
Fuck you guys, Marky's. That's it. He's coming here.
so
He's gonna
Marky
stab
says it's
one
the
of you.
perfect pop-it gun. Let's all make a record of this. 8:52 p.m. Atlantic time, June 23rd, 2022. The perfect pop-it gun. Until PE releases the next one.
What's a poppet gun?
It's the way the valve works.
Oh, the poppet valve. Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
Pop-it and spool.
Ah.
There's two types of valves.
Okay. Thank
Well,
you.
technically there's three, but actually I think there's five. But
Oh, there's more, but for paintball
well, yeah, but like in
purposes, yeah.
paintball, I mean, like
Yeah, yeah.
in paintball, you got poppet and spool. Those are your two main ones. There was the one time Tipman decided to use a propane igniter to literally blow paintball down a barrel.
That was cool. I've seen videos of that. That looks cool as hell. After
wasn't
you
so
told me
much a
about it, I'm like
valve.
that kid.
That wasn't so much a
I think
valve
Matt
as it was a-
Savageau probably has one of those.
He definitely
Oh my god.
does. Nightmare wants to know where the mag goes. I'll tell you where it goes, bud. AJ Corbett says yes, but I finally got a PE 170R, and the thing leaks all the time. I have to cross my fingers to air out.
Baby Bear's having the same problem with his too. He's having
Oh,
he's
you're
having issues.
Accusing me of shade for
Don't-
describing mag-fed guns accurately.
Bring back propane accessories. That would have been amazing if
propane.
Tipman had managed to get to C3 to go mainstream. That would have been absolutely amazing because you absolutely could have sold it as like the Hank Hill edition. Like they're absolutely.
You can't spell propane without pain or paintball. That joke fell apart fast.
You had a solid Hank Hill for like 3 words, and I was like, oh, he's gonna do it, and then it just fucking.
I love that your brain
Fuck.
basically came up with the general idea, but no details whatsoever, and you just rolled with it anyways.
You said send it.
Ryan Bell's got it. Propane ball.
Propane. Put the propane back in paintball.
Michael Alexis Jr. says, AJ, you're gonna trigger the PE zombies.
Brains.
But no, okay. But hear me out. Okay, let's look at this from a MagFed side of things because I know that's what Zach and Tom are a little bit more accustomed to. But remember when Milsig could do no wrong, but the M17 was an absolute piece of garbage? Like, Widowmaker and Evan Henshaw basically made sure that everybody loved Milsig, no matter how terrible the gun was.
It was Pat. That was before my time, and my experience with Milsig is, it's shit.
Right?
So
It always was.
It. I picked a bad.
Sorry,
I'll
that's-
admit
that's-
I chose very poorly with my Milsigs because it was my first time. Dog shit. We learned from our mistake, and we're using
Okay,
a Tipman,
so
so
it
I'm not
wasn't-
really sure
so
how
I
much
shouldn't-
better I've gotten.
I shouldn't say
His
that.
lateral move.
Lateral, I'll
I shouldn't
take it.
say that they were all shit because they weren't all shit. But I mean, like, the number of times that I've heard some guys be like, "Oh yeah, Milsigs, they never go down," and then it's the same dudes are sitting in the in the staging area trying to pry the bolt out of the barrel. Like,
Or they haven't finished loading their mags yet, and you've played 3 games.
well, yes, there's that too. So yeah, I'm not
You never
saying
go
that
down
PE is
because you
not
never
good.
get to start.
I'm not saying PE is not good. I'm just saying that PE is a little bit over.
Th-
I don't know. I think
They're
I'm
hype
over it.
right now. They're hitting the market with so much stuff right now. It's impossible not to know who they are if you have played
No,
paintball
absolutely.
for any
And
amount
I
of
mean,
time.
kudos to them. That's running a business. They're running a business
Yep.
like mad. So I mean, it's like, I get it. I get it. They're doing a great job too. I'm not going to say that they're not, because they absolutely are. It's just a matter of like, I just don't. I don't know, man. I just don't see. I don't see why so many people will defend them to the absolute death. So, I don't know.
We don't like the British.
That
I don't
PE's
recall s-
PE's British. They're UK based. Where is it?
No, I don't like. I don't know. I lost it, but we don't. The accusation that we don't like the British. I understand. I mean, PE's that what?
Nothing.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Yeah, basically.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Where was it in the chat there? Oh yeah, AJ's asking, doesn't Vulcan make the M17 now? Fun fact, Milsig didn't make the M17. Vulcan doesn't make the M17. There's a factory that manufactures the M17 and will put your logo on it for the proper price. And they just pump these things out. That's all it is. Half of these companies don't manufacture shit. They just buy from a manufacturer and rebrand it. Seriously, that's how it works.
I think exception Tipman there. Tipman actually does have all their own dies.
Yes. Tipman has all their stuff manufactured in China, and then they have it all shipped to the U.S., where it is then assembled and tested. First Strike does own, I think they own the design. Well, it's not First Strike. It's United Tactical Systems owns the design to the T-15. But like MaxTac and Milsig, those guns were not made by those companies. They were
What about
manufactured by third
Karmatech?
party.
They're US made, aren't they?
Yes, and okay. Last I heard, for the longest time, Karmatech was hand milling this shit. Like he was getting. That's why it took like 8 to 9 months to get a single SAR 12, and why they were so rare. And then he started getting them manufactured, I think, overseas. And then they're assembled here in North America. I think I'm not 100%
I think they're
sure.
QA'd here too, so that way you don't end up with lemons.
Well, that's the thing,
everywhere.
is like it's all manufactured overseas, but then I think, like they're assembled and tested here, and like it doesn't get shipped out if it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like slapped together and mailed out. But I think the parts are made overseas, because like the way they Karmatech ramped up there, it was too much. It couldn't be one dude with a lathe. You know what I mean? Like that it became too much.
I'm pretty sure that they're subcontracting out their barrels, right? Which is not a bad thing at all, because you can keep up with demand, which is fantastic, especially, coming from manufacturing experience. If you're able to hold that tolerance for over that many pieces, I don't know where I'm going with this.
No.
Sorry, Marky just threw me off with Jack Woods makes markers while eating shepherd's pie and blood pudding. God bless
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth, yo. It's like, fuck.
I don't know why he thinks they don't like the British.
PE's made in
Because PE is made in the UK. Well, it's not
Yeah,
made.
but
It's
nobody's
made-
saying they don't like PE.
No, we're just sick of how hot and horny everybody is over PE. I'm a contrarian. I'm just done with PE because everyone is so obsessed with PE. What? That's the way it is. That's the way I roll.
They need a mustachioed hype man to get you into it.
No, okay, it won't work. I need, like, for me, it's like it's like when I was growing
Words.
up, like with cars. Well, like growing up with cars, right? Like everyone was all about like McLaren, Maserati, Ferrari, Bugatti, and I was like, that's cool. I like the Celine. The Celine S7 was like my dream car.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah, I love the look of the Celine S7. It was super slick, and it didn't look like a Ferrari.
Koenigsegg CCX. So I hear ya. but I still appreciate the Ferrari. I still appreciate like everything. Like, listen, the PE makes some just fantastic stuff. It's just everybody's got one. Everyone's got one.
That's all it is. That's all it is. I just don't want to walk on the field being like another dude with a fucking 170R.
But when I go on the PE site and then I click on the 1v6 and it shows me that beautiful red and black and gold gun, it is.
What you need to do, bro, is you need to get something. You need to get your shit anodized.
I
you
need to
can
get my
make it any
shit
color.
working. What I
that too.
need is my goddamn axe to stop shitting itself every time I turn around because somebody decided that they wanted to go in and fuck with the settings, who shall remain nameless. Kenny fucking Sloan. You know exactly who you are, Kenny. I love you,
Do you
Kenny.
realize now that this is exactly why the paintball market like deals in axe plus cash?
Because everyone's always moving an axe.
Everyone's selling an axe.
Yep, like the Mills Sig, I've made my decisions and I've made my mistakes.
Yep.
Should have bought that M3 when I had the chance, but
I'm loving Neb's comment there. Buy one of each has always worked for me. PE, First Strike, Cocker, Mag. I love it. That's, yeah. Right? It's just something in a splash. Possibly a classic or a mini mag. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have a whole box full of shit that doesn't work.
That's like, somebody sent me a link from like in Nova Scotia. Somebody was selling like, it was like $500. It was a rotor, like an original rotor, like a die rotor, a mask, a tank, a couple of pods, half an autococker, and
It's like just the bottom half.
like two-
Where'd the top go? I don't know, squirrels.
and then 2 barrels or something, and then not in picture was just like box of spare parts for autococker, and I was like, I'm tempted. I'm really tempted.
But it's like it's a banker's box and it's just fucking springs.
No, it's an autococker, so it's nothing but
only in paintball could you put $500 in a box of miscellaneous parts and be like cocker parts.
right.
Just a little inflection on there.
No,
You can't
but
really
it's
get
a
it from
cocker,
the.
so it's not springs. It's just a series of different lengths of tiny hose. That's all it is.
A bunch of 1 millimeter tubing.
That's all it is. Cut at different lengths. Just because some dude was trying to cut them by hand and just kept fucking it up. That was too
I
long.
was sorting them.
That-
But eventually
Now
I
Marky's
just
trying
put
to
them
sell
all
a
in.
shocker. It's like, oh god, Marky, this isn't marketplace. It really is. Please, by all means,
Yeah, give her.
sell your,
Give her.
everybody
You know
come
what's
on
cool?
to the Maritime Paintball Podcast and sell your shit.
You know what's awesome?
We'll talk about sandwiches, and you guys can have a forum, and you can sell all your stuff on our channel. We don't even want to cut.
Facebook.
I want to
Facebook
cut,
ban-
but Brad won't let me take one.
Facebook bans BST, so we're just gonna do the Twitch equivalent of watching the UFC and thinking and trading it like a video game. We're just gonna talk in a podcast while you motherfuckers have an auction going on in the comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Maritime Yard Sale Podcast.
The Maritime Paintball Auction. I did say cocker. Do I need to say it again? Cocker. Cocker.
There's the NSFW warning. There it is.
Yeah,
Autococker.
yeah. So, okay,
That's okay,
happened.
Marky. You got us on something good that worked out well.
Love you to death, but you're wrong. Autococker with a 3-way. Don't mind if I do.
Trevor Alice, what's going on, buddy?
Brown chicken,
I-
brown cow.
I knew that you would appear again, Nightmare, as soon as we mentioned a cocker. I didn't even have to like summon him. He just showed up.
He just fucking appeared. Sorry, I'm dying.
You guys say cocker?
God, I love this place.
Just
Oh man. Oh, I was so happy to see that Lone Wolf decided to do a video and ask to and rated my shit.
that was funny.
Well, not my
they
shit.
didn't know what to think of your shit, man. They were just like, it's TCR and a crown.
Yeah, bonus points if you get. If I would have given you a higher rating if they had known you wore the crown. I'm like, I've got video, I've got proof that I wore that son bitch,
Hold on.
including our
Sons of Barnaby Paintball was wondering about Cocker. Never heard of that brand.
the
Really?
autococker.
Oh, the Autococker is not a brand. Autococker was the gun.
Yeah, it's a style of marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was originally developed by Bud Orr. So it was Bud Orr's Autococker, and that was how it was sold. Like you owned one of Bud Orr's guns. Like it was, and then it turned into WPG.
Now, if you're googling who was Bud Orr, then we
Just
need
go
to
into
tone
our
down the
archives.
language.
Are you trying
You
to
can
figure
go
out a way
into
to
the
cover up
archives
that
of our show where we had a conversation with. Well, Brad had a conversation with Budor.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Oh my God!
There's just
What did you just
so
stick
much.
on your microphone?
He covered it with. Yeah, where'd you get a sticker?
He just had a sticker.
Wait, is that the label off your vape?
I was trying to cover up the red light, but the red THC sticker doesn't fucking
Yeah.
help any.
That
No,
So.
it's a
Yeah.
stop sign.
Oh, WGP. What did I say? WPG? Yeah,
Yeah,
WGP
WGP,
invented the
War Games
autococker.
Paintball.
Bud Orr started WGP. Bud Orr.
That's
invented
clever.
the
I
war.
just got that.
What?
WORR. That's what it was. It was War Games Paintball.
WGP. Yeah, War Games Paintball.
But yeah, war is WORR, and it just occurred to me. It's just a play on his own name.
How high am I?
Like it
Functional.
just
Functional,
occurred to me, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a weird way to
Listen
spell
here,
war.
Neb.
Okay, moving on.
You close the Wikipedia page and keep typing. Like, calling us fucking noobs.
It's not a game anybody wins trying to see how high I am and see if you can keep up. It's
There
not
you
a game anybody wins either. It's unfortunate. Poor Brad was falling asleep at the wheel because I was just sitting puffing away in the car. He's like, yeah, we're just gonna have to open those windows, bud, or Brad's gonna need
Yeah.
to pull over and have a
Brad at
nappy."
one point sitting there just sort of going, I don't remember the last 3 minutes. I need to switch seats. Like,
Yeah. Time for Tom to drive.
yeah,
Don't know why that's a better choice, but it was.
somehow.
I was gonna say, if they need more proof from Lone Wolf, they can contact our friend Mr. Tango, because he put a couple shots into it and yelled some obscenities at me. I'm gonna keep bringing that up because it just makes me happy.
That was funny. Also, yes, Nightmare, you're right. Hey, you could have been always been I love you drunk. Because he was I love you drunk. Ugh. Ooh. Sons of Barney. So what, in your opinion, is the best speedball gun on the market?
Oh, the LV2. I mean, that's what we've been talking about since the beginning.
It's got no wires to the frame. And it's
Yeah,
got a,
it's
it's
got
got a
bigger air
larger
chamber.
expansion chamber.
I'm sorry, Marky. I couldn't.
It's also got reactive solenoid.
Oh. Bang! Honestly, I'll say it. I'll be honest. Genuine bang for your bucks. The Ether 2. Want to start playing speedball? Get yourself, if you got the money, just get an Ether 2. Be done with it. You're not going to
Legit
outgrow that
starting point.
marker. You're not going to outgrow that thing anytime soon.
Okay, and there it is. There's the EMF 100 for the woods. Except the problem with the
Yeah.
EMF 100, it's not a problem. Okay. It's not that it's
There's
not.
already an EMF 100 for the woods. It's called the EMF 100.
It's or what if we went like and here hold up. What if the correct answer is not what's current, but what you can afford and is comfortable in your hand, because I did more fucking damage with a Black Max than I could with the fucking Mini. And that's a $60 rental gun from the late 90s.
God, that thing was
The
awesome.
the GOG enemy that I was ripping at D-Day was just. I have not had that much fun shooting paint since I rented a 98. It was
Right?
It just worked. It was great. No messing around. No bells. Literally no whistles. The
No.
thing doesn't even whistle. It
You
was just
Oh.
Add
just-
air, pull trigger.
trigger paint, trigger paint, trigger paint. I love this.
Right?
Youngblood's M3 shot like butter all weekend, and Kenny's the CS2
yeah.
mechanical.
Yeah.
That was sexy. That
Yeah, it's the
that
CS2 with the
shot
mechanical frame.
like
I think. Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I turn it on? He goes, you don't have to. Click, click, and it fires. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is cool. For the final battle, that's just what I ripped. Like, from what I've used, if you ask somebody just to be on track for Marky, he wants the best. Well, I mean, there's the Lux.
Actually, that's in the chat. AJ Corbett. Or we can really get people going and bring out the Lux TM40 boners.
I'm not going to lie. The TM40 is a mighty fine looking marker.
Absolutely.
But
It's a memorial sticker on an otherwise pretty good marker.
That's ultimately what it is.
I'm not trying to be insensitive at all.
No,
But that's
you're
what
not
it
being
is. What it
insensitive.
is.
It's like when it's like every year when the new iPhone launches, and then there's like the Ferrari edition of the iPhone, and it's basically just Ferrari took a bunch of iPhones and dyed the metal and then lasered in their logo, and it's $7,000. Like, it's like.
Yeah.
It's like I get it, and it's not to throw shade and not, like you said, not to be insensitive, but it's still just a Lux.
It
they're
is.
beautiful.
Now,
Like,
to
I've
say
seen
it's
them
just
shoot.
a Lux is a little bit, that's like it's just
Well.
a Maserati.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what kind of market do you shoot? Oh, Angel. Back. Oh wait, I just dated myself. Didn't I?
Yeah, you
fucking
did,
did,
buddy.
buddy,
But
'cause I'm with
that
ya.
is the only thing I did not see at Commando Paintball.
You won't.
I did
They
not-
Don't, none of them work.
Yeah,
no,
no.
they
None
don't.
of them in existence run anymore.
No, and the best part was, but the only like truly redeeming quality of the Angel from late '90s paintball was that if it ran out of air or if it jammed on you, you could just throw it and potentially kill a man with it, because it was 16 pounds of aluminum steel.
Oh my god.
Even more if you added multiple flame drop forwards. That's a behind the bunker throwback.
You keep adding them until your tank goes all the way around.
Just
Just keep stacking them.
Just go until you can just barrel tag them with it.
Mike Alexis, yes, bring out your 98. Everybody,
Do it.
everybody who has a 98, I feel like we are almost obligated to have it at the ready at any time. When someone shows up, they're like, oh man, I don't have my markers. Like, here's a 98. You know it works. I haven't aired it up in 6 months, and it probably has got some weed in the breach, but I mean, fuck it. Here you go, dude.
Should have a rental convention where everybody just
Okay.
brings out their 98s.
Here's what I was thinking. It would be amazing
Rental.
to have a exhibition game where it's just 98s with gravity-fed hoppers and steel tanks.
Yep. Just 98s. Well, you can also, what can also you have? The FT12s you can have.
We'll do the FT12 because
field-
it's basically a 98 in a different shape.
Yeah, the BTs are fine too. Just no auto triggers and no response triggers and no E triggers and
Oh,
just
there should be a
straight up
Tippmann
rental
exhibition,
guns.
Tippmann exhibition game.
Yeah, where everybody's just using blowback markers. It doesn't matter what
It's-
kind, blowbacks.
That game would be so loud.
No power hoppers, just shakers. That's it.
Yeah. All shake and bake.
I love that sound. I don't hear it as much anymore as I used to. But
Ooh,
when you're out
shots
there with
fired.
renters and you hear,
So
it's like, oh,
the chat lit up. Marky said Lux has
see
lost
that.
what made them special, trying to copy PE. They lost what made their marker so great. Derek Lowe, MacDev, always good. Marky replying to
Yeah.
Derek Lowe, MacDev is terrible and out of business.
Really? Really? Okay. I don't know. I'm not doubting you, Marky, but I kind of want to look that one up.
Google.
Okay, I
food.
am doubting you, Marky. I'm looking it up.
Just hear
Well,
the pounding on
Yeah.
the thunderous pounding. Oh man.
Well, their website's still there.
Yeah, their website is still up. All the markers are out of stock.
Maybe there's some truth there. Okay, all right. My apologies. I don't even know where you'd buy them from. I guess ansgear.com probably has them still in stock for the next 10 years.
Wow.
A&S
why.
Gear still has the fucking page up for the Angel Eyes mask.
I think that's a meme at this point.
It is. It truly is.
Like it'd be like taking down statues in front of historical buildings. You just leave it up.
Gotta leave it up as a monument of what could have been.
Or instead, we got the push mask, which is still good.
Dangerous power. Man, I haven't seen a dangerous power gun in ages. We're just going down memory lane here. This is just throwback after throwback.
Marky, everybody that's fun is out of business. Have you not caught on yet?
Yeah, yeah.
All the
Basically,
fun people are out of business or sold out. That's,
Which isn't terrible. Like that's
that's
the
business.
game. Yeah.
Haha, business.
MacDev also
else?
did also make autocockers. That's true. They did make them.
I think they started with the autococker
They did.
style with their markers, and then eventually
yeah,
kind
and
of
then they
migrated
moved
over to
on.
like a die style.
Yeah, they moved on to the Electro side. And I think that's kind of where they went wrong. I think if MacDev had stuck to the old school, like we need one, just one. And I think Inception Designs is now that company, but we need like one paintball equivalent of like a hot rod company. Just pump out the old school.
It was free
weird
flow.
looking. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, like the Inception Designs free flow.
Oh, we're talking about the same thing, right?
But you know what I mean? Like,
Just
it's just.
stumbling over each other like a couple of drunk teenagers at the prom.
Oh,
after
we should have
prom, aren't
planned
ya?
this better.
What do you mean
It's
planned this
okay,
shit? I literally
buddy.
drove into my driveway, let the dog out, jumped in front of the computer, and hit live. Like, that was it. That's all I did. That was the amount of planning I did. I spent the whole day trying not to pass out because I can't breathe.
Oh, jeez. I hope you're all right, man. I hope it's just allergies.
So am I, because I coughed earlier and there was a golden ring around my vision.
Oh, well, we get that for different reasons when we cough, but normally we try not to have that happen on the highway. But you know, shit happens.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we're at least 6 feet apart. It's fine.
But it's funny that 5 weeks ago, I booked an appointment with my doctor just for like routine checkup. Everything was fine. I was just like, I should probably see the doctor for the first time in 3 years. And it's tomorrow. So I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm going to go see my doctor. And they're like, you have an appointment for tomorrow. I'm like, well, that worked out
Timing.
well.
Yeah.
Perfect. Also, Greg Bailey, can you remember the first marker you ever bought? Yes, it was a Viewloader Orion from Walmart, which immediately got replaced by a 98 Custom.
That was your first, a view loader?
Yeah, Viewloader Orion.
That's pretty. Yeah. That's a
I'm
legit
trying
first
to-
marker.
Walmart special, bro.
They worked for a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the survival game Splatmaster was the first
That was-
paintball gun I ever owned.
Yeah.
I remember finding, and it never worked. Like I don't recall firing more than 3 paintballs out of that thing because I don't think they
Sons
ever.
of Barnaby's was the PMI Tracer,
Ooh. Vintage.
right? That black and
that,
yellow.
that one wins.
My first main gear loadout was a Smart Parts SP8.
An SP8 was your
Nice.
first?
Well, I mean, I
Or like
wasn't
first
gonna-
proper?
my first proper setup. Like I had a 98, and then it was just like, oh, I like paintball, and then I was like, I want this, and I went, I went straight for the Mill Sim Shelled Ion.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, you know what I saw for sale? And I almost bought it, but it was 4 digits. The longbow. The Spec Ops longbow.
I saw that. That looks so cool.
Oh,
It
I
also
want
looks
one
like a
so
torn
bad.
rotator cuff, and
I want one
No.
so bad.
I like this.
Zach,
this
do you have any
this
idea what I'm
doesn't-
talking about?
No.
Okay, look it up. Just look up Spec Ops longbow paintball. It was built on
Ops.
a not an ion. Fuck, what was the base of that thing? It was like the first like quote unquote paintball sniper ground up. It was like the great granddaddy of the SAR 12.
Oh, do you mean okay? Yeah, I see it here.
It's all coming back to him now.
Because there was, I remember there being the longbow stock for the A5s.
Yeah.
There was air through stock.
Yeah, that was like revolutionary shit right there.
That was oh yeah, I'm looking at it here on are we allowed to throw these names out? pbnation.com.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
PB
yeah.
Nation is a hollow
Again.
husk of what it was.
Oh yeah, I remember this thing.
Your eyes lit right up. You're just like, I remember
With the
this.
big tube on the front.
Yeah, that was the hopper, dude. That was the hopper.
Yeah.
And it came and like
Big spring
It
tube,
was like
yeah.
a special like a holster that basically the hopper was on your leg. So if you knelt down, the hopper basically jammed you in the armpit. Yeah, man, that
That's
was like
dope.
the original sniper gun. That was the shit. You
But
used,
yeah,
like-
you're right. It's just like that, the old Kingman Spider overrun like double tube marker, just with a really long, like a stupidly long tube.
22-inch barrel.
Jesus, I'm so glad that as a community, like paintballers have finally like, we'll say they agreed to disagree that long barrels didn't actually improve performance.
Right now now it's all about. I wonder does the argument still stand? Because I know a lot of the old school players still like swear that brass barrels were better than ceramic or polished because the brass would polish more. The more you shot it, the paintballs would polish the brass.
I've
I
heard
really
that,
don't know if we
but
want to open this can tonight.
We've got 17 minutes. I think we can do it.
Well, I mean, I could tell you that brass is a good metal for a barrel, but the bullshit about the paintballs, like maintaining no, that's horse shit.
Right.
That's 100% horse crap.
Well, yeah.
You can fight me on it. I'll die on this hill.
The
somebody fight him. Then I want to see this. I want to see this go down. Like,
right. No, I
Man.
think the world has finally settled on like just usually it's aluminum, like polished aluminum. That's it. Like it's no
Yeah.
They used to
Yeah,
do like
micro
ceramic
honed or
coatings
whatever.
on the inside. They used to do all sorts of weird and wonderful shit to them. But now it's just like they realize it's like just a smooth. It just needs to be
Yeah.
smooth. That's
It needs
it.
to be smooth, and it needs to be like properly honed in order to have that nice mirror finish, right?
Yeah.
But like we've kind of moved on from that because you have first strikes and all of the rifled barrels now that are actually functional instead of just being a marketing thing, right?
Man,
Like,
I remember the
rifled
old days.
barrels. Rifled barrels on a paintball, on a round ball.
That's a blender.
It doesn't do anything. You can again fight me on this hill.
No, it doesn't do anything. A rifle barrel on a paintball does nothing.
no.
No.
Your acceleration, your length of acceleration on a standard paintball, I think it's 280 FPS. You need 8 inches of barrel, and then anything beyond that is actually causing drag.
Look, man, I can give you 6. That's the most.
I mean, 6 is fine. It'll get you there.
We're boosting
a little more
self-esteem here,
oomph.
boys. We're boosting people's self-esteem. But yeah, it's
This
yeah,
week's Tech Minute was brought to you by
Trojan.
Trojan by Virtue. Just the tip covered with this barrel sock.
Oh man, I wonder if that'd be amazing to get a condom company to sponsor the podcast. And we'd just be like, remember, folks, cover your barrel.
Don't be a fool. Cover your tool. That's where I was going with that.
Not even being funny. Not even being funny either. Like, seriously, wrap your shit. Children are expensive STD. Like, the gift that fucking
Oh,
keeps
we
on
were
giving.
making barrel sock puns over here, man.
Nope. And I was just reminding
Tom's
everybody
gotta
to
get
come
real.
to wrap your shit. No glove, no love.
Where was it? Ponish PP. What about paintball grenades?
What about them?
They're all garbage except one. The only
Which
paintball
one?
grenade I have ever used that actually worked is made by Enola Gay, and it's considered illegal in Canada.
Oh, the actual paint dispersing.
The
popper
actual
that they
paint
have?
hand grenade
Oh yeah, you showed me that. That looked
Which-
awesome.
are super fun and very safe because when we were playing with them in California, a buddy of mine pulled the pin on one, went to throw it, and then somebody yelled at him, and he looked at him, he said, "What?" And he got distracted, and it blew up in his hand. He was perfectly fine. It actually
Covered
just went
paint?
off, and he just sort of looked around and went, "I guess I'm out."
I guess I'm out.
But yeah, Ponage, go look them up. Just look up Enola Gay paint grenade. It's basically a tiny firecracker wrapped with baggie of paint, which is then wrapped in a like cardboard like mold of a grenade.
Yeah, it looks like a pine cone grenade.
That's it. Yeah, you pull the pin, it lights the fuse, throw it, boom, she goes off, and it sends paint everywhere. And it's actually it's super fun to play with because it's loud as hell too, right? They would be
Unless you're a Canadian paintballer, in which case keep dreaming.
basically yes. And I looked into why because I was like, because I ripped one open. Of course we didn't. We were in California. We're like playing with these things. I was like, I gotta see what's inside one of these things. So I ripped it open.
It's just a Prop 65 sticker.
It's just a little firecracker, and I was like, I don't understand. Like it's not. I was like, we have fireworks in Canada. Why can't we use these? But apparently, the explosive Enola Gay uses releases its energy too fast, and it's considered that like basically the explosive they use, or I guess the chemical that's used, releases its energy so fast that they classify it as like professional grade explosive. So it's like you need a special license. And if you blow it up next to somebody, it's considered extremely dangerous and illegal.
No, knowing the Canadian government, they actually had someone test it. They sat there with a grenade and a timer. That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast, bro. Some dude,
Illegal.
some guy with a stopwatch. All right. Boom.
Paintball
I missed
Claymore.
it.
That sounds dope.
The Claymore
sounds
is made by
amazing.
Rap4.
The idea of it is dope. In
Yeah,
sounds
actuality,
Exactly.
in actuality, if you laid one of these down and walked away from it expecting to have a laugh at the staging area, you just got your Claymore stolen.
Exactly. You put it down, you run the line, and then it goes off, and somebody just got a free Claymore. Because even if
You're never gonna see that again. Hope it was worth it.
Modesto in the house. Paintball is fun over on YouTube. What's happening, man? The best part was when they released like the one that you could be set off remotely, and it, the remote it came with was literally an aftermarket car starter.
Oh my god, I'm literally looking at that one right now. The Rap4 M18A1 Claymore. It's an aftermarket remote for a fucking car starter.
That's all it is.
That is very...
Imagine
Wait,
you
sure,
bring the
that's
wrong
German.
remote with you out onto the field. You go and click it, and your car starts. Son of a-
Or better yet, you're gonna start your car and you set it off in the trunk.
Damn it! Man, my car's all cold and the trunk's full of paint. Worst Christmas ever.
I love the theory of this thing, but...
Tom, if you're on Rap4's website, see if you can hunt down their RPG. Because it's the most ridiculous looking fucking thing ever. It's a 1-to-1
second.
scale of a Russian RPG 7. Except without the actual explosive head. And I've used it, and it's fun.
It just shoots a big Nerf ball, doesn't it?
Except when you stuff paper towel down it, and then you load a pod and more paper towel.
You've just created a military-grade scatter gun.
Basically. And then it becomes,
Shoulder-fired,
That's what it-
recoilless scatter.
it becomes a 1-gauge shotgun.
Yeah.
Because the only downside to it is that you put it on your shoulder and you kind of lean it up at all times. Because if you lean it down, everything just rolls out. But
You
like,
gotta pack the front. So you get hit in the face with an entire pot of paint and a roll of toilet paper.
Use paper towel to wrap the paint grenade. This sounds like a very technical system that they're using.
it's the exact
It's
sound.
basically a musket scaled up.
It's a fucking potato cannon, guys.
Yeah.
what it is. It's a potato gun.
It's a fucking potato cannon.
I always wanted one because I wanted to play a game of capture the flag with it and just hide behind the back bunker and wait for somebody to make the run for the flag and just stand up and be like, nah.
Boom.
There was a video I think last year or the year before, where a dude had just like a garden sprayer that he filled up with watered down paint. And he just like squirts people, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "It's flamethrower. You're all dead."
It's just a paintball shotgun.
Yeah. Which actually fits in scale with that new Umarex thing, which is gigantic.
Which one?
That new Umarex revolver.
Oh my
The
god.
68
The
cal.
68 cal.
That I want one simply to paint as like Hellboy's gun because it's big
Or
enough.
it's the gun. It's the prop gun you need for the Yosemite Sam costume, right? That Paul's got.
Yes.
Paul
Yeah,
Reddick's
that's-
Yosemite
Actually,
Sam
you know what would work
costume,
even
if he
better
had
for it?
that.
Because it's 68 cal, which means in theory, it could shoot first strikes.
I think you can only shoot first strikes with it.
No, I thought you could shoot round ball too. But I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah,
that-
I
I'm
think
thinking.
I
I'm
heard
thinking
they
the-
break.
Oh, probably. It's a Numerex.
You can load a fucking like a small like your little first strike tank. You can just screw that on the bottom of it.
That sounds stupid. Let's do it.
No, I'm not. I'm watching HDR. I'm watching somebody's review of it. You can run a remote line to it, and then Buddy's just like, or you can just screw the tank on. And he's screwing the tank on. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Why
that
not?
thing is a fucking cannon. Like this
It really
doesn't even
is.
make sense.
I kind of want to do the Roger Rabbit pistol with it. With the bullets.
It's a goddamn bazooka. Like
It really is. It's an absolute hand cannon.
it looks like Hardigan. Actually, a lot like Hardigan's from Sin
Yeah.
City. You painted it up right. You could make that
Ooh,
look
yeah.
really nice. Oh, but there's no hammer. Really, all
Yeah, you
that
can't
and
fan.
and you cheap bastards couldn't make the hammer work.
You also
Right?
can't adjust the velocity, which poses problems.
Umarex needs to
Uh-huh.
figure that shit out. We've had adjustable velocity since the since the early 90s.
While I
sh-
agree with you, they're making training tools that happen
that is-
to also be useful for paintball.
Yes, except here's where I run into the issue with. Okay, so like I understand the whole training side of things because that's what Umarex does.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to have sat in the board meeting when they were coming up with ideas for like the next quarter, and somebody sat there and went, "You know what law enforcement needs? A 68 caliber
This huge
6 shooter."
ass- That's real life, man. That's real life. You ever wanted to shoot elephant darts from both hands?
Elephant darts.
We're going hunting. What are you hunting? Jeeps.
Jeep stuff.
Jeep stuff.
Get in.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. There's actually, Tom reminded me, there's a video I need to send you about that. I'm going to send it to both of you because it's fucking hilarious. Marky, Umarex is an airsoft-based company. Adjusting FPS in airsoft means changing the spring. There's no real adjustable velocity in airsoft. That's fine, but these aren't airsoft BBs. These are 68 caliber paintball guns. They should learn to make adjustable velocity. It's not hard. Just adjust how much air can go in the fucking...
Or just do like
Word.
what Tippmann does and put a screw that blocks the airway.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Like
just
it's
restrict
so
airflow.
low tech. Yeah.
I just love watching people like load. They're like, here, you gotta bang the bottom of the Umarex. He just he fucking whacks it against the table. I'm like, yeah, if that's a home
Ready.
defense weapon, that's real helpful when motherfuckers breaking in your house.
Well, yeah, you got a pistol button
Can
first.
you imagine? Can you imagine getting an Umarex revolver for home defense? Somebody breaks in, you grab it. You're like, yes, I can finally break it out. It's only been sitting in the closet for 8 months with paint in it that's staler than all hell. Pull the trigger, pah, and it breaks
It's
paint
just-
immediately.
It's just first strike confetti and bear mace all at once. Oh, it's in both our eyes. Oh, God.
Okay, I guess if it was
I
home
did not
defense,
see this coming.
if it was home defense, I wouldn't be using
The
paintballs, I
goggles,
guess.
they do nothing. You put on your safety goggles that come with the fucking box.
They do nothing.
I don't think we can go any higher than that. I'd say that's if we're gonna
that's
end
it.
the show.
Yeah, I
I
think we're
think
gonna
that's
end
where
on
you
a high
end
note.
it.
Also, somebody back in the
Costanza's-
comments here, where was it? Was it Ponage? No, where was it?
Oh God, I
Um,
don't know. It looked like a dumpster fire last time I looked in there.
I lost the comment. Somebody said this is what huffing glue looks like, kids, and I couldn't agree with them anymore. Paintball is fun. You're better off throwing a potato. That's what the RPG's for.
You just gotta wrap it in a paper towel.
Somebody breaks into your house. Quick, get the home defense RPG.
To me, my potato.
Somebody's breaking into your house and you look at him and go, just give me a second, I gotta run to the kitchen.
Fetch me my long potato.
Where's my...
CO2 whippets again, boys. Nah, bro. Nitrous whippets. CO2 hurts.
You need your wife's hairspray. Hey, motherfucker, you got a lighter?
Except the amount of hairspray it would require. You light it, the whole fucking house is gonna go. It's just fucking Home Alone level shit. Spew! Fucking guy gets blown out the window.
Walking through the forest, gets smoked in the face by a paint can on a string.
It's a pod pack because it's a paintballer's house.
Look, what is going on here?
Why is
That's
it
right,
smell
man.
like
Paintball in
bananas?
the 2000s was a wild time.
Fuck, man. Those were the wild days. Those were the good days, man. Like,
That's
I've said this before, but I don't think you've heard it, Zach. But I've got a book by Famous called by Paint. It's called Famous, and they found all these old photos and everything from all the years the magazine was published. There's one particular photo that I sent to Tom, and I was like, "This is the energy I want to bring back to paintball." And it's from the dye booth from years, like when they were just like first starting out and paintball didn't have a lot of money yet. And it's just some chick there with a tip jar. It says, "When the tip jar is full, we'll keep running the table topless." Like, that's the energy we got to bring back to paintball.
I've already promised to run the table topless. It didn't
right?
go over well.
I'll run the table topless. I'll even let people touch my beard.
All right. And on that creepy bombshell, this has been
Fuck you,
another
people love
episode of
touching my beard.
Maritime. I know they do. I know they do. I love it, but Brittany's not going to like sharing it. I
that's
get plenty of time to I get like 26 hours of it
So
coming up in
Callista,
like 3 weeks.
Callista asked if she could braid my beard. So I texted Brittany. Is she okay? Brittany said, "I don't care." And I'm like, that's a no.
Yeah, good call. Good read.
Lead Farmer just showed up. Now that he's here, we're leaving. Bye, boys. Sorry,
Oh,
man. You're
fuck.
like an hour late, buddy. You're an hour late.
Oh, buddy.
Sorry. All right. But that's it, folks. Like I said, we had no topic for tonight, so we just fucking sent it. And I think the show turned out great.
It turned into something. I'm going to go back and read the comments. They looked like they were getting spicy.
Lead Farmer's gonna have to do some serious watching to find out what I said about him.
It's true. It's true. If you want to know the truth about what we really think of you,
You have to watch the whole show.
you got to watch the whole show.
Which you
'Cause-
can find on Spotify and
Yeah, when I get around to
YouTube
uploading it.
and,
I'm so far. I'm like 5 episodes behind. I'm so fucking
whatever
far
that
behind.
other one is.
But as
Apple
soon
Music.
as life balances out and I'm not spending my days off painting or cleaning or babysitting, I'll get right on it. But that's it, folks. We're out of here. It's been a blast. Thank you so much. And until next week, cheers.